Cassandra and I, we went way back. We met in high school. Two lost girls who found comfort in each other. She came from a broken home. I came from a family full of silence. We grew up together, cried together, celebrated our firsts together. She was my soul sister, the one I thought was unshakable. When I met Alex, she was the first to know. He charmed me with his gentle eyes and sharp humor. Cassandra loved him instantly. "He's perfect for you," she said, laughing. She was there for every step. The first date, the fights, the proposal, the move-in. Even after the wedding, she was always around. She'd stay over on weekends, have dinner with us often, flood me with advice and kind smiles. I was happy and blind. But over the past few weeks, something had changed. Cassandra was distant, nervous, canceling plans, avoiding eye contact, barely replying to my messages. Then came the call, a trembling voice, sobs in the background. "I need you. Please come with me tomorrow morning." I didn't hesitate for a second. I put my hand on her shoulder. She looked up at me, eyes full of tears. "I'm getting an abortion." And I had no idea my entire life was about to collapse. The next morning, I went to pick her up. She wore an oversized hoodie, wrinkled jeans. Her skin was pale, eyes sunken, hands trembling. I didn't say anything. I just smiled like always. We drove in silence, the air inside the car thick and heavy. Outside the clinic, she grabbed my arm. "Stay with me. I'm scared." I didn't hesitate. I filled out the paperwork for her, waited for her name to be called. I was there, present, confident. And yet, something about the moment unsettled me. Her name on the form, the way she avoided my eyes, the slight swell under her clothes. "How far along are you?" I whispered. "Almost 3 months," she murmured. 3 months. That was exactly when she had vanished for a few days with no explanation. I'd assumed a quick trip, a breakdown. I hadn't thought much of it. After all, she was a little impulsive sometimes. She went in. I stayed behind in the waiting room, my hands clammy, throat tight. Then, the receptionist called me over. "Excuse me, you're listed as her emergency contact. We need your signature for consent, just in case." I signed without reading. And when she came back out, I took her hand. "Do you want to talk about it? Will you tell me who the father is?" She looked at me for a long moment, then lowered her eyes. A chill ran down my spine. In the days that followed, Cassandra vanished. No messages, no replies, just emptiness. I imagined her curled up in bed. I left voice notes, reassuring texts. But deep down, something was clawing at me. I started digging through my memories. One night stood out. About a month ago, I had to work late. I'd asked her to drop off groceries at home because Alex would get there first. She said yes, like always. But that night, Alex acted strange. Forced smile, shifting eyes, tense air. "Cassandra stopped by?" I asked. "Yeah, briefly." She didn't stay. I'd chalked it up to exhaustion. But now, looking back, it felt too smooth. Too rehearsed, too perfect. I remembered the deleted texts I once saw on his phone. The times he put it face down. The late-night balcony calls. Then I remembered a photo. A selfie of the three of us from a few months ago. Cassandra in the middle, Alex behind her, smiling, with his hand on her shoulder, eyes too fixed on her. My heart skipped a beat. I zoomed in. I looked closely at Cassandra's eyes, and I saw what I had never dared to see. Tenderness, not friendship. I waited for Alex to come home from work. He walked in with that same fake smile. I watched him silently. He took off his shoes, placed his keys down, then came over to kiss me. "Did you have a good day?" I pulled away. "We need to talk." He raised an eyebrow, surprised, then sat down, pretending to be calm. I didn't beat around the bush. "Cassandra is pregnant." Oh, a pause. He tried to act surprised, but his eyes were already dodging mine. "She had an abortion this week and never told me who the father was." Any idea why? He blinked, swallowed hard, then burst out laughing. "What? You think I slept with her?" I said nothing, just placed my phone on the table. The photo, the stare, the moment. He turned pale. "You're serious? You're basing this on a photo?" "No, I'm going off instinct." Her silence. "Your odd behavior." That night she stayed over while I was asleep. He threw his hands in the air, dramatic. "You're imagining things. Cassandra is your best friend." I broke down in tears, and he went into the bedroom and shut the door. Without another word. I didn't sleep that night. I paced, replayed every scene, every doubt, every glance they exchanged. In the morning, I grabbed my bag, and went to Cassandra's place. She took ages to open the door. Her face was tired, pale, worn out by guilt. I meant to call you. I walked in without speaking. The silence between us was crushing. Was it him? I asked, my voice shaking. She lowered her eyes, then slowly nodded. Time stopped. You knew we agreed not to have kids. You knew how much he meant to me. And you? She broke down. It wasn't planned. It was one night. We drank. He said you two were having problems. That he felt alone. That he had doubts. I stepped back, wounded. And you? Did you have doubts too? I didn't love him. I swear. It was just a moment of weakness. A moment of weakness. 3 months of lies, a pregnancy, an abortion. You stole my trust and my husband. She shook her head, sobbing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But it was already too late. I came home, on autopilot. Alex was in the kitchen, making coffee. He looked up, tried to smile. So, did she tell you her crazy story? I stared at him cold. She told me everything. He froze. Then, let out a long sigh, like he was relieved. Well, at least now you know. That's it. No remorse, no apology, not even guilt. Did you love her? I asked. No, but she was there. And you? You worked so much, you were distant sometimes. He blamed my long hours, my exhaustion, my silence, as if that justified betrayal. And the baby? Did you want it? He shrugged. She said she wouldn't keep it. I thought it'd stay between us. He really believed the secret would disappear on its own, that I'd stay loyal, faithful, naive. I went upstairs to pack. He didn't stop me. I left, and he said nothing. Not a single word. The first days were the hardest. I slept on my sister's couch. I barely ate, barely spoke. The world felt blurry, distant, as if I was just watching my life from the outside. Then, I started breathing again. I went back to work, buried myself in files and routines. Cassandra tried calling, then emails, even handwritten letters, but I never opened them. Alex didn't try anything. No calls, no messages. He disappeared just as fast as he had betrayed me. One day, I ran into someone we both knew. You heard about them? She asked. Who? Alex and Cassandra. My heart flinched, but I didn't react. Apparently, they're finding comfort in each other. How ironic, right? The woman who knew me inside out. The man I married. Bound by guilt. And I was left in the ashes. But I held on. I changed my hair. Started exercising again. And one day, I started smiling. Not to forget, but to survive. And to move forward. Months went by, but the pain never truly left. I could be walking down the street, see a man in Alex's jacket, and my heart would skip. A song Cassandra loved could play, and my hands would tremble. People would say, you have to move on. You need to forgive. You can't stay stuck in this forever. But they didn't understand. They didn't know what it felt like to be betrayed by the two people you loved most. They didn't know what it was like to hold someone's hand through an abortion, not knowing she was erasing a child made with your husband. I smiled in public, but cried alone at night. I'd changed my number, blocked their accounts, deleted our pictures, but nothing erases betrayal. Nothing heals a wound that cuts from the inside out. Then one day, I began to breathe differently. I stopped checking their profiles, stopped wondering if they regretted it. I finally realized my peace mattered more than their guilt. And my life no longer belonged to them. One Saturday morning, while grocery shopping, I saw her. Cassandra. She was alone, dressed plainly, her face drawn. But she recognized me instantly. She froze, hesitated, then slowly walked over. Please, can we talk? I wanted to walk away, but something held me in place. Just one question, I said. Only one. She nodded, eyes already filling. Would you have kept the baby if it wasn't my husband's? She lowered her gaze. Her lips trembled. Yes, I think I would have. And just like that, everything became clear. It wasn't just a mistake. It wasn't just a night. It was a choice, a desire, that excluded me. I always envied you, she whispered. Your life, your marriage, your confidence. I looked at her, like a stranger. You didn't envy me. You destroyed me. And the worst part is you used me to do it. She began to cry. But this time, I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, just emptiness. You killed me a little more every time you smiled in my face. You didn't lose me that day, Cassandra. You had already lost me long before. After that encounter, something inside me shifted. I didn't cry anymore. I no longer searched for answers. I stopped hoping for apologies or closure. I had accepted it. Not forgiven, but accepted. I decided to take back control. I moved to another city, started a new job, reconnected with old friends. And one day, I met someone new. Not a savior, not a prince. Just someone who owed me nothing. He bought me coffee. We talked about everything and nothing. And I laughed. Truly, for the first time in a long time. I didn't rush anything. I didn't use him to fix me. I simply allowed myself to live. One evening, he asked, "What about your past? Do you want to talk about it?" I smiled. "Maybe someday, but not tonight. Tonight, I just want to enjoy this moment." He nodded, and we kept walking, hand in hand. I was no longer the woman they betrayed. I was the woman who survived. A year later, I received an anonymous envelope at my door. No signature, no note, just photos. Cassandra, holding a baby, not Alex, some other man beside her. And yet, the baby had Alex's eyes. His smile, that same little dimple. My chest tightened. I wondered if she had lied, if she had secretly kept the baby. Or maybe she'd moved on and had a child with someone new. But the resemblance was haunting. Then, a small handwritten note. I didn't have the courage, but he deserved to live. I dropped the envelope. A flood of anger, confusion, sadness washed over me. She'd kept him, and made me believe she hadn't. I didn't know what to feel. Betrayed again? Or relieved life had triumphed? I didn't try to find her. Didn't check. I just placed the envelope in a drawer. Because sometimes, even truth is a poison. And I had chosen to heal. Today, I'm better. I'm no longer the broken woman or the betrayed friend. I'm me, strong, resilient, standing tall. I live a quiet life full of small joys. A good book, a warm coffee, a genuine smile. And every day, I choose myself. I no longer ask why they did what they did. Their story isn't mine anymore. Their pain, their guilt, their choices, I've left them all behind. I didn't get revenge. No big finale. Just a departure, a rebirth, a piece I built myself. And sometimes, in the silence, I remember that morning at the clinic, holding her hand, without knowing she had already crushed mine. But I don't cry anymore. I smile. Because me, I betrayed no one. And today, I'm at peace with the woman I've become. And that's all that matters.